Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia Brooke. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, then welcome back. I so appreciate you being here. Here on my channel, I share lifestyle, which specifically is very much so homeschool right now because that is the new season of life that we're in. I share cooking, cleaning, decorating, just all the things that go along with being a mom and taking care of our household and creating the home and the life that brings us joy. So thank you so much for being here. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join this community that I am growing here. I hope that this is inspiring and motivating to you. I was texting with a friend earlier this week and I said, I just hope that my channel can be a mentor or a friend or whatever to another mom or another woman who needs that. I remember when my son was very small and I was figuring out how to be a mom of two and how to be a working full-time mom with two kids, and I wished that I had someone to give me a cleaning checklist or teach me how to meal plan and grocery shop or how to budget or how to decorate my house on a budget or just all those things. I wish I would have had that person, and so I hope that I can be that for you. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question I get of how do you get your kids to read? How do you create a love of learning? And it kind of stumped me. I thought, wait a minute, what do you mean? What do you mean? We are a reading family. I have read since I was a little girl. I love it. Books are like my escape. It fuels me. And I think I've just always read to my kids. And like we have books all over our home. So I think they just know that books are important to mom, and if they're important to mom, then they're important. I mean, my kids are still young. I've been creating that atmosphere and that level of learning since they were babies. I remember reading to Cadence and Davy both when they were still in the womb. Even if it was just a book I was reading, I would read it out loud. And I remember like being big, pregnant, and having my book propped up on my belly and just reading the book out loud. So I think it's just an atmosphere and like a culture that we've always created in our home. But I am gonna share with you 10 tips that I think are really important to help create that love of learning in your own home. All right, so the first tip I have, and I've kind of already touched on this, is read to them. Take time every single day, and this does not matter if you're a homeschool family or if your kids go to school elsewhere outside of the home or private school, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can find the time to read aloud to your kiddos or have a grandparent or an aunt or uncle or somebody read to the child, read aloud. In our family, I read aloud significantly during the day, especially with homeschool. We have read aloud time, we do our devotional together, we have a read aloud for history, and we have books that I'm reading to each of the kids individually, and we read those sometimes throughout the day for independent reading, and then we also read those again at bedtime. That is my number one tip, is to make sure that you are reading aloud to your kiddo, or that a grandparent or dad or somebody is taking the time to read aloud to your kiddos. And it does not matter if they're reading independently. It's still important to read aloud to your kids. Listen to audiobooks together. We do that when we're on long car rides. Just listen to a story together and getting engrossed in this rich story together and just talking about the characters and escaping to this other world. And it's magic. It's pure magic. And my kids eat it up and I eat it up. And read to your kids. Okay, tip number 2 is read what interests them and genuinely be excited about it. So if for a week your kid is diehard into all things learning how to take care of a puppy, Look up books at your local library for how to train a puppy, different dog breeds, what type of puppy. I mean, the books are endless. And genuinely be interested. Ask questions. Figure out what they're reading. Figure out what they learn from the different books. Just show that you have an interest in what they are genuinely curious about, and let them read into it. Let them discover. Even if you think it's silly and a waste of time, let them pursue those interests. And then you genuinely be excited to learn what they're learning, and let them share it with you. Tip 3, and this one can be hard, especially if you're type A and a little bit of a control freak like me. Let them pick books on their own. Yep. In our house, when I let them pick books on their own, we end up with lots of graphic novels that my daughter is really into. Babysitter's Club. I think there's a series called Best Friends that she likes. Graphic novels. And then my son ends up with books, the series Stink, which I have talked about in other videos. The one we're reading right now, it's talking about all the grossest smells and all the bodily functions. And so if that's not your jam, that was creepy. So let them pick some books that they think are funny, that they think are great. Let them read picture books even when they're 14 years old. Let them just pick books and read them. Read whatever excites them, because the ultimate goal is to create an atmosphere and a love of learning through reading books, and to create lifelong readers. So let them pick, mama, even though it's hard. Okay, and this next tip, this one can be challenging too, especially if you're not a big reader yourself. But my next tip, and this is tip number 4, is read in front of your kids. Let them see you having your quiet morning time where you're reading, or let them sneak into your bed at night and see you reading in bed. Pick up a book middle of the day instead of your phone and just read through it. Just let them see you be excited about picking out a book at the library, or when they catch you shopping on Amazon, which we all are right now. Let them see that you're shopping for books and reading book reviews, and just show them you love books too, and take the time to read in front of them. Tip number 5, and I did not know that there was a technical term for this, but there is. There is a technical term. So it's called strewing. And what that means is you place books all over your home. And you don't explain to the kids, you don't like tell them, I put these books here so you'll randomly pick them up and read them. No, just set them out and watch the magic happen. Watch it. They'll pick it up. I put some in the middle of our dining room table because after Davey rushes through his meal, he's a really picky eater, and he will want to get up immediately, and Dylan makes him sit and wait for the rest of the family to finish. And so I thought, well, I want him to read more. I want him to practice reading more. So I'll put some books out there that he can flip through and look through while he sits and waits for us. And if they are, you know, they've already set the table and they're waiting for me to bring food to the table, they can flip through it then too. And maybe that will spur some conversation for dinner time. And that has been awesome. And I have also put some seasonal books around the living room. They have been reading the same little critter book over and over again, and they're loving it. But yeah, strewing, you just set books around your house, which we already have books everywhere, all over our home. But you just set books all over your house and let the magic happen all on its own. And I promise you, kids will gravitate towards the books. And also, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off during the day and watch them gravitate towards those books. Number 6, never use books as punishment. Don't take an iPad or electronics and say, nope, all you can do right now is read a book. Don't do that. Because then they associate books with trouble, and consequences, and that it's not fun. And kind of like whenever kids are small and you're trying to get them to sleep in their own bed, you don't get onto them and say, go get in your bed, go sit in your bed for timeout. You don't want that space to be a reminder of when they got in trouble or like a negative consequence. So don't use books as punishment. I mean, you do you and your family, but that's just one of my tips, is try not to do that. Make sure reading it always brings up happy, cozy memories and good thoughts, and just create that fun, loving environment around books and stories. Number 7, books as gifts for birthdays and holidays. And yes, that's Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, birthdays, all the things. We always make sure to get the kids either a book that they've really been wanting or a book to share. And actually, Dylan and I get each other books also as gifts. So books are great gifts, and I try to always make sure whenever we're gifting someone else, like for a baby shower, I always include a book there too, so my kids see that like I'm gifting literature to other families as well. Number 8, let them read to you and pay attention. This one can be hard. Yeah, let them read to you. It may take 30 minutes to read 2 paragraphs, but let them read to you and celebrate them reading it, and put your phone down. Don't be scrolling on your phone while they're reading to you, because then they know you're not truly paying attention and you really don't care all that much. So put the phone down and genuinely listen to them read to you. Number 9, find words out in the world. I love doing this. So one thing that I did recently, every Monday we go to our local snow cone stand and I let them get a snow cone. Well, now I let them go up and look at the words on the menu. And that, I mean, Cadence is 9, so she knows like I need to read so I can do all these things. But my son is 6 and he's just learning to read for real. And you know, when he sees words on signs or on cars or on a menu, he gets so excited, like, I know that word. I've seen that word. He gets excited about it. So point out those words that you're working on, or point out words that you've seen in your read aloud and then you see it out in the real world too. Helps with vocabulary, and it just helps them go, oh yeah, reading is really important for all the things. All right, and then number 10, play reading games and have a reward system. So I know some people have mixed feelings about reward systems, but what I mean is like Pizza Hut, they do a book it program where if you read for 20 minutes a day, so many days in a month, they get a certificate that allows them to get their own personal pan pizza. And I know local schools do that too, and our public schools did that because that's how I found out about the program, but I remember doing it as a kid too. So, reward systems. And then we also participated in our summer reading program at our local library. And I'm really hoping that they do something for the fall since there are so many new homeschool families. So fingers crossed for that, because that was really motivating for both of my kids. And then the reading game. So my kids have been playing Reading Eggs for over a month now and both really liking it, especially Davey. He's a big online gamer and he loves playing video games on his Nintendo Switch. So playing Reading Eggs, playing that just, it feels like a game for him, and he kind of forgets that he's learning as he goes, and he loves it. And they've recently started playing Adventure Academy, which is like the older version of ABC Mouse. And both of them are loving that. Cadence really likes that one too, which is pretty rare. She's usually not into games very much. Those have been really great for promoting reading while still keeping that fun. So I highly recommend both of those. And of course, I will have that all linked down below. So those are my 10 tips for helping you to create a love of learning in your home, to create a an atmosphere that encourages and promotes reading, or for your kids to learn to love books. And remember, it's not too late. It doesn't matter what age they are. Strew those books around your house. Put them out and see what happens. Watch them just pick them up. And you too, read. Find something to read. You can find something that you like. And I hope this video was helpful. Again, my goal is just to encourage you to pursue the things that bring you joy. And for me, that is reading. And I know there are so many of you who are watching this right now who are readers because you messaged me. And thank you so much for all your book recommendations. Those are always welcome for me and for my kiddos. So thank you so much. Again, I hope this was inspiring. I hope this was helpful. If you try some of these tips, be sure to tag me over on Instagram at @byaliciabrooke. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, please do. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming videos and collaborations. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.